The National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Hurts. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Throwing is Hurts. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. Inside the 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 78 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 41-yard punt, giving 5 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Brown the motion man right. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And some space here. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
2nd and 1 now from the 21. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles have taken the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Go. Hey, Alpha, sit hot.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Play action. Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Henry up the middle. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Go.
Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They got to get to the 23 here on third.
Alpha, sit hot. 180. Ready, shot. Get hot.
From the gun, Jackson. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Tight defense there on third down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Tucker's kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run. Here's the rookie out of Clemson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here is 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Hurts. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Jackson now. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball. But I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a 1-score game if you can. And that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the 1st down.
Come on, come on.
Here's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
180.
Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And a good kick pays off as he's only able to get this out past the 10-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Shipley. Running free at the 45. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 42 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. They'll drop the throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Deontay Hardy deep for Baltimore. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Only 29 yards on the punt there, definitely not his best. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jackson. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' 1st down as he's up to the 47. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Throwing is Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second down and 4. They go play action with Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. They'll run straight ahead with Hill. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
This 2nd and 4.
Report. Hey.
Now it's Jackson. Completes it to Aguilar. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Mitchell not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
180.
To throw is Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now a 2nd and 2. Play action. Now Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 67 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Barkley. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here's Hurts to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 36 yards. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air. And that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Middle.
Back to throw now on first down. That's going deep for Bateman. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 58 yards. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side. Caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Great.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Hurts sets up to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Well, he's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Throwing is Hurts. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Steps away to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That is a big fella. Nami Matabike forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I can say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Milton Williams there on the tackle. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
Second and 10. In motion, the tight end. Jackson now. It's caught by Aguilar. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Hey, Ozzie, sit up. Sit up.
Play action. It's Jackson. Looking deep here for Flowers. And got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 49 yards. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Escaping the pressure right. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Jackson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Second down and 8. They'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A run on 1st down with Shipley. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. He'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And shutting him off, now open field. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs. And they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll go to Barkley again. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Hey, middle.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. He'll fire this deep for Hardy. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
This offense so far on third down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And able to get this to the 31. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run behind center with Gainwell. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
No touch that.
And they take a knee. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Here comes 2nd down. Once again, it's Mitchell. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain.
Hey, Alpha,
Let's go, boy.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.